What if the most terrifying weapon ever built didn't leave a mark, a wound, or even a clue? What if it could kill you, and no one would ever know it happened? This is the story of the CIA's most chilling creation, a weapon so precise, so silent, and so invisible that even death itself seemed natural. Developed in the dark corridors of Cold War paranoia, it was never meant for battlefields. It was made for quiet kills in broad daylight, a gun that shot ice, a toxin stolen from the sea, and a lie so perfect it could fool coroners and congressmen alike. This wasn't a weapon of war. It was a scalpel for silent assassination. The 1950s, an era of rapid innovation, national paranoia, and invisible enemies. The Cold War wasn't just a standoff of missiles. It was a battle of minds, secrets, and shadows. Both the United States and the Soviet Union raced to outsmart, outmaneuver, and outkill each other. Assassinations became political tools, but guns were loud, bombs were messy, and spies? Spies needed something more elegant. Enter the CIA's Technical Services Division. Hidden deep within the agency, this was the group tasked with developing tools for espionage, hidden microphones, disguise kits, and eventually, the weapon that would make murder look like misfortune. It wasn't enough to kill. They had to kill without being caught. And so they asked a question that sent chills down the spine of every scientist involved. Can we create death without evidence? The answer came in the form of a pistol, but not any pistol. This was a grotesque Frankenstein of engineering, part weapon, part myth. It looked normal at first glance, a .45 with a peculiar barrel attachment. But inside was a marvel of innovation and terror. This gun fired tiny darts, almost invisible to the naked eye. Each dart carried a minuscule pellet of frozen poison, saxitoxin harvested from shellfish, so potent that a few milligrams could kill within minutes. When the dart pierced the skin, it melted inside the body, leaving behind only a red pinprick. No bullet, no wound, no trace, and worst of all, no way to detect the toxin during autopsy. They called it the heart attack gun. In the 1970s, the CIA's House of Secrets began to crack. Public outrage over domestic surveillance, assassinations, and illegal experiments forced Congress to act. Thus was born the Church Committee, named after Senator Frank Church, a man determined to bring light into the darkness. What they uncovered shocked the nation. Project MKUltra, coup plots, mind control. But then, in one hearing televised, unfiltered, unforgettable Church asked a simple question. Do you have a weapon that can kill undetectably? The CI hesitated, then presented a device on live TV. The heart attack gun was revealed. Cold steel, silent death. No fingerprints, no noise, no justice. Even among scandal, this was too much. Americans watched in horror. The idea that such a weapon existed, funded by taxpayers, was almost too dystopian to believe. But there it was, in plain sight. Saxitoxin isn't science fiction. It's a naturally occurring neurotoxin, one of the most lethal known to man. It doesn't attack the heart. It blocks nerve signals. Muscles stop working. Breathing halts. Death comes swiftly, quietly, without violence. The CIA had stockpiled 11 grams of it. That's enough to kill 500,000 people. Stored in sealed vials. Hidden in vaults. Used to coat frozen darts and weaponized in ways we still don't fully understand. Behind it all was a quiet network. Biochemists, military specialists, and secret labs like Fort Detrick, Maryland, where the lines between defense and destruction blurred completely. Why develop such horror? The logic was simple. If the Soviets had it, America had to have it too. Assassination became not just a tactic, but an arms race. So, who was this weapon for? Officially, no one. The CIA claimed it was never used. No names, no missions, no records. Unofficially, rumors persist. Foreign diplomats who died unexpectedly. Political dissidents who collapsed in hotel rooms. Rogue operatives. Silenced in transit. Death that wore the mask of natural causes. The heart attack gun was the perfect weapon for the perfect crime. It didn't fire bullets. It erased people. To this day, no public evidence confirms its use. But absence of proof is not proof of absence, especially when the whole point was to leave none. The CIA eventually disavowed chemical weapons. President Nixon banned their production and storage. The Church Committee issued a scathing report. The gun disappeared into archives or vanished completely, but history has a strange way of looping back. In a world of drones, bioweapons, and AI warfare, the ghosts of the past are closer than we think. Somewhere, in a locked drawer or a sealed lab, the blueprint still exists. The weapon that kills without a shot. The poison that leaves no trace. The tool for wars that never make headlines. We like to believe that death always leaves a clue. That truth can always be found. But in the shadows of Cold War silence, one question still echoes. How many stories ended without ever being told?